Hello, everybody. Oh, welcome back to Friday Night Fight Talk. I'm your host, Jay. That was an awkward silence. Anyways, this weekend, my ass keeps thinking that there's no events on the weekend until I find out that one of the biggest fight nights of the year is on this weekend, and I don't even know how I fucking missed it. We got a shitty little Apex event next week, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I hope last week's episode was better. I hope it was. I felt like it was better. Honestly, I felt a lot more smooth. I felt like it was in the rhythm on that episode than the one of the shittiest Apex events ever, trying to narrate that thing. Fuck, I didn't even know what was going on in that one. But I think this episode will be pretty good too. I know all the fighters off the card on like those shitty Apex events where half of them are fucking debuting. But yeah, let's get into it. So, on the weekend, we've got the UFC Abu Dhabi Fight Night card. Honestly, this shit is pay-per-view worthy. I'm not gonna lie, it's like the Saudi card. That shit was also pay-per-view worthy. My only issue is that they had to pull Nick Diaz out because his ass couldn't make it over to the UAE. I don't know why, but he's out, and it's pissing me off. I was excited for that one. But we got Shara now. Shara's all right. I don't know if it's co-main worthy. I would have bumped up Cheeto versus Figgy up to the co-main. But that's just me. Anyways, I'm getting off track here. Let's get into the picks. So, first fight of the card, we have... Fuck, let me scroll down. Sorry. See, I need to read off this shit, or else I'll fucking lose track. Alright, so, that was all that clap. We got Cedric Dumas versus Dennis... Oh, fuck, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Tioliulin. So, Dennis has looked like shit in his last few. I think he's on a 3-fight losing streak. He's only won one match in the UFC. And Cedric's has looked like decent recently. Like, he hasn't looked bad. His only losses in the UFC are to Ruzaboyev, and then he lost... Oh, wait, he just lost to Ruzaboyev. Anyways. Which Ruzaboyev is not a bad loss. Ruzaboyev lost to Buckley, that's it. So, yeah, I'm picking Dumas on this one by decision, but I think Dennis gets cut after that one. He's fucking bad. I'm sorry. He's not good. Yeah, Cedric Dumas by decision. Next one up. We got Jai Herbert versus Rolando Bedoya. So, Jai Herbert, you probably have heard of him before, hopefully. This is the motherfucker that almost KO'd Ilya. When Ilya bumped up to lightweight to be on the UK card that one time. This motherfucker head kicked Ilya, and oh my god. He got sent to the fucking Shadow Realm. Almost. Then Ilya KO'd him, and that was even more brutal. That one was fucking rough. So yeah, Jai Herbert, he trains with Leon. Oh my, I forgot to talk about that. Oh, fuck. I wasn't going to talk about that, but I'm just going to branch off for a sec. Bilal's the fucking world champion? Are you fucking shitting me? The guy I bullied for years on the internet? He's a fucking world champion? I can't even remember his name. And fucking Leon over here. Oh, fuck, it pisses me off. Anyways, Tom won, so it's okay. I'm getting back to the picks. So, yeah, Jai Herbert trains with Leon, which... It explains where that high kick comes from. No wonder he fucking almost flatlined Ilya. So I'm going to go with Jai Herbert by just the fact that he has more experience in the UFC. But I could see Bedoya still winning over the judges. But thing is, Bedoya, I don't think he's won in the UFC yet. He only has two fights. And they're both, he didn't fucking lose by KO. He lost to Chaos Williams, for Christ's sake. And that's not a bad loss. So I could see him still winning over the judges, but I'm going to say Jai Herbert just because he has more experience. Bedoya hasn't been in the UFC for long. Next one. Victoria with 2 eyes for some reason. Dudakova versus Sam Hughes. I'm going with Dudakova by decision. She looked really good on the Contender Series. She's still undefeated. And Sam Hughes has looked rough, to say. She's looked rough lately, I'm not going to lie. I don't even think, I can't name anyone she's fought. That's just me. Maybe I just don't know enough about Sam Hughes, and I need to research Sam Hughes more. But in her recent fights, they've been rough. They've been rough for old Sammy. So yeah, I'm going with the undefeated Contender Series beast, Dudakova, by decision. Next up, Guram. We all know who Guram is. Guram Kutateladze versus Joran Vucenic. Now, Vucenic is debuting in the UFC. He's debuting, and he's fighting Guram. Okay? Now, you guys probably know Mateusz Gamrot, right? You know, the number 5 ranked at lightweight. So, you know Gamrot. He's lost to Beneil and someone else. This is the guy. This motherfucker in his debut beat Gamrot in his debut. For Christ's sake. And he's been inactive ever since. I think that was his last win. Yeah, I think it was Gamrot, and he's been super inactive. He's been fighting once a year. I don't think he's fought in over a year, but I still think he's gonna beat this guy. I'll be completely honest. I don't know much about this guy. He's just debuting, but I need to see him fight in order to pick him over Kutateladze or fucking Guram. So, as much as I'd like to say Guram probably doesn't win this, I think he's going to win this. I'm going with Georgian Kyle Nelson on this one. Next up, heavyweight, Shamil Gaziev versus Don'Tale Mayes. Now, I've got a little bit of fucking beef with Don'Tale Mayes. So, if you guys remember that boring-ass Sao Paulo fight card, it was headlined by Derek Lewis and Gelton Almeida, you already fucking know. That was the most boring fight of the year. That was the first event that my friends were like, yeah, we'll come watch. Do you know how much of a fucking idiot I looked like making them come over to watch that card? That card was fucking ass. So I've got beef with Don'Tale Mayes because this motherfucker fought Rodrigo Nascimento, and I was like, yo, Don'Tale Mayes is going to win this. And they're like, no, he can't. He's fat. So is Nascimento. I mean, so is all heavyweights. But, yeah, he got fucking steamrolled by Nascimento. And, yeah, I looked like an idiot. The trademark was he trained with John Jones. Because I think Mayes trains with John Jones. I swear to God, if Mayes is the fucker that caused that shoulder injury, I'm going to fucking... I don't know what I'm going to do. He's a heavyweight. He can sit on me and I'll die. But... anyways, I'm getting off track on my Don'Tale Mayes beef. We got Shamil Gaziev, Shamil the Blob Gaziev versus Don'Tale Mayes. Now, as much as I just called Shamil the Blob, I'm going with Shamil by decision. Shamil, his last fight was a huge step up in competition against Rosenstrike. And I really, he's not a bad fighter. People are saying it was a fraud check. I don't think it was a huge fraud check. It's just he doesn't have the experience to fight the top 15 yet. And they gave him Rosenstrike. So he looked bad. Believe me, he looked bad. Motherfucker quit in the 4th. But he shouldn't be fighting 5 rounds. He should be fighting 3. He's a fat heavyweight with no experience. He's got the Derek Lewis cardio. He's going to gas out in round 1. So, granted, Mayes is probably going to too. But Shamil's got, good wrestling. Granted, so does Mayes. But Shamil is, he's good. He's not bad, Just too big of a leap in competition. He needs more fights to get back up there, which he might eventually. I just need to see him more. But, yeah. Shamil Gaziev by decision. I've got beef with Dante Elmez. Anyways, next up. Muhammad Yahya versus Kawi Fernandez. I don't know what the fuck the accent is on that one. My French Canadianism is telling me it's like but it's probably not. So Fernandez fought Mark Diaz, which is apparently a huge trend on this card. I think everyone's last fight was Mark Diaz, who isn't in the UFC anymore, but was a pretty good threat to a lot of contenders. And he didn't look terrible. He still lost, but he didn't look bad. Yahya looked like shit in his last fight. I'm sorry. His last fight was rough. So I am gonna pick Fernandez on this one. He purely going off the two of their last fights, because I think they both only have one fight in the promotion. Yahya looked like shit. Fernandez didn't look terrible. He looked good. So I'm gonna say Fernandez by decision. I know. I'm sorry. This is a decision fest. All right, prelim headliner. This is actually gonna be a good one. Azamat Murzakanov. Not my picks. Fuck off. Azamat Murzakanov versus Alonzo Menafield. So Azamat's been super inactive, if I'm not wrong. I think the last time he fought was early 2023. I think it was Dustin Jacoby. Who got fucking KO'd by Dominic Reyes, so that's a great sign. And Alonzo Menafield, we're coming off a huge contrast here. He fought in May against Carlos Solberg. Fuck, that was rough. Not 15. It was 12 seconds. It was a 12-second KO. I was watching that, and I thought it was the fastest KO in light heavyweight history. I'm not going to lie. So, thing is that Alonzo Menafield can win this if he uses his fucking head. If he uses his brain, he can win this. Because Azamat, granted, he hasn't fought in a year, so a lot could, over a year, so a lot could have changed here. Azamat's undefeated, and he's beat Dustin Jacoby, and that's the most notable one coming from Azamat. And Alonzo Menafield, a lot of people are picking him to win this one. That's just not it for me. I think Azamat's going to win by decision. I don't think Alonzo's going to use his head. And by that, I mean don't fucking blitz him in the first 10 seconds. And if I was Alonzo, I would try to grapple in this fight. If he grapples, he can probably win this. Azamat's grappling is not bad. It's good. He's from fucking Dagestan. Or actually, I don't know if he is. But he's from Russia, so of course his grappling is going to be good. But Azamat's striking is better than Alonzo's. And he needs to grapple in order to win this. If he grapples, he can probably win the decision. If he doesn't, he's not fucking winning. It won't be a KO fest like last time, but it'll definitely be a decent, a fucking dominant decision. Okay, on to the main card. We got the opener, Yoel Alvarez versus Elvis Brenner. Elvis Brenner, I think he fought on 302 against fucking Genghis Khan, or also known as Oralbai. And Yoel Alvarez hasn't fought in a really long time. So I'm going to say Elvis Brenner by third round TKO. Because Alvarez looked good against Diaz. That's another Diaz last fight. He's been super inactive. And Brenner's only loss in the UFC is to fucking Genghis Khan, who's looking really good lately. Oralbai has been looking super good. So I'm going to say Brenner by decision. Or not decision, sorry. I'm just clocking into decision because all of these are going to be fucking decisions. By round 3 KO. He looked super good against Oralbai. And he also trains with Charles Oliveira, so I've got a little bit of a bias there. That's one of my favorites. Sorry. Anyways, next fight. So most women fights, most guys take their piss break. You are going to want to stay for this one. It might not be a good fight, but Mackenzie Dern's fighting, motherfuckers. Man. I remember when everybody was over for $2.99 and we were like, shit. It's so fucking huge. Her brain for fight IQ. I don't know what you guys are thinking about. So we got Mackenzie Dern versus Lupe Godinez. I fucking hate to say this. I think Godinez is winning by decision. Dern didn't look great against Amanda Lemos. Didn't look terrible. But Godinez is coming off a fucking loss to One-Eye Jandiroba. But she beat Tabitha Ridgey and blah, 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 blah. And Dern, I think, is on, like, the little slope down. She's on a little bit of a downfall. I hate to say, because her ass is really nice. I mean, fight IQ is really nice. But I think through half Canadian power, Godinez is going to win by decision. Let's be honest. There is only one reason everyone's watching this fight, if they are. Everyone else is going to go take their piss break, which I would strongly recommend against because there is a really good reason to watch this fight. Mackenzie Dern has a fat ass punch that she hits with. But, yeah, I'm going Godinez by decision. Oh, the next one. Oh, fuck. Tony Ferguson versus Michael Chiesa. Can I just say, how the fuck is Michael Chiesa the biggest betting favorite on the whole card? Oh, wait, because he's up against fucking Tony. 7-fight losing streak, man. You know what? Fuck it. It's Tony time. I'm picking Tony by decision. Like, listen, this is probably the most winnable matchup for Tony. If he doesn't win this, he's like 100% fucking cut him. Cut him or retire. Because this is the only fucking person I see Tony winning. Like, reasonably. Because Michael Chiesa's looked like shit recently. He's on a 3-fight losing streak, and he's got his fucking cool-ass grappling base, but he's getting subbed by Kevin Holland, for Christ's sake. Alright? I'm saying Michael Chiesa's looked worse in his last few. He's had a quicker downfall than Tony. Tony didn't look like shit in the first few. He only looked like shit after, like, the Chandler fight. So they're basically on even ground here. I'm maybe CTE reaching here, but it's fucking Tony time. Tony's winning by decision. He's been training differently. He's been sparring. Apparently hasn't been sparring for a few years. I didn't even know that. And Michael Chiesa, honestly, I could see Tony Ferguson subbing Michael Chiesa. But I'm going to say decision. Michael Chiesa, his grappling with his super cool grappling base, he's not even that great. Sorry, I went on my huge Tony rant there. Tony better fucking win. He better win and retire. If he doesn't retire, even after he loses, oh, fuck, it's going to be so sad. It's going to be sad no matter what, because we're going to have to see Tony go, or he's going to keep fighting, which is going to be even sadder. God, he better not fight again. Featured bout. I put this one on the poster for my ad that I put on the fucking Verdict app. Also, I think I've been popping off with those fucking posters. I'm sorry. I think they look so good. They're not even posters. They're like fucking billboard ads, but fuck off. I like making them. They're cool. This is what I put as the co-main, or like on the card, because I'd rather put this than fucking Shara Magomedov and Mikhail Olajayshik. Okay? This should be the co-main over fucking Charbullet. Anyways, Chito Vera versus Davison Figueiredo. This is a close fight. Not really. Actually, I don't know why the fuck I said that. Chito just got fucking mauled by Sean. And Figgy's looked really good in his last few. Now, granted, his last win is over Cody No-Chin. And he subbed them. Now, Cody's looked like shit a lot. But Figgy has kind of found a home at 135. And Cheeto's definitely the person to do it, like, should be his next fight. And it's definitely his way to work up the rankings and into maybe, like, the title contention area. If he beats Cheeto, he'll be in the talks for a title shot. Thing is that the number one contender fight is the main event. So, I'd like to see the winner of this fight against Piotr Jan. That's just me. And then the winner of that gets a title shot. But that's just me. Anyways, I'm getting off track. I'm picking Figgy by decision. Now, normally, in any other scenario, I would say Figgy by round 2 submission. But he is not up against a finishable person. He's up against fucking Cheeto the Golden Chin. Alright? This motherfucker changes his hairstyle every time he fights, and it works. It must be like his beard is guarding that chin. Never shave your beard, Cheeto, because that shit saved you from that knee. I swear to God. I don't know how he's surviving this shit. Normally, I'd say that Figgy would get a finish in like the second round. But Cheeto's never been finished before, and I don't think Figgy's going to be the person to do it. If Sean couldn't put him away, Figgy probably can. But Figgy is a fucking beast, so we'll see. So either Figgy by decision or Figgy by round 2 submission. Either way, Figgy's winning. Co-main event. Shara Nurmagomedov versus Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. Do I even need to fucking say it? It's Shara. Shara's winning by like round 2 KO. Mikhail. I don't know why I started talking about Mikhail. This is a really favorable matchup for Shara. The one thing about Shara is that he can't fucking grapple. And I know it's really weird because he's from Dagestan, but he can't fucking grapple. Not at all. Like, if they match him up with anyone with a grappling threat, like, give him a Kevin Holland, he's fucked. Like, that's what the co-main should have been, honestly. That's what I think. Instead of Shara Nurmagomedov versus Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, it should have been the winner of the Kevin Holland versus Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. They should have done Kevin Holland, honestly. Motherfucker loves fighting on short notice and winning. So Mikhail's coming off his submission loss, and Mikhail can't grapple for shit. His grappling is terrible. Also, I didn't mention this in the last pick, but Cheeto's grappling is also fucking terrible. But back to it. Mikhail's grappling is shit. It's bad. Like, So we don't talk about Mikhail's grappling. And Char's grappling is also shit, but it's not as bad. So, and who's got the better stand-up here? It's Shara. And Shara's been KOing people left and right in his last 2 fights. Pretty sure did he KO Bruno Silva? Fuck. No, he took him to a decision. He KO'd the last guy. Mr. fucking stand there and do nothing. That pissed me off on the Saudi card. Also, let Shara fight outside of Saudi or Abu Dhabi. Like, don't give the guy just his home field. Like, put him somewhere else for once. Anyways, he's gonna take the first round to find where Mikhail gets hurt, and then he's gonna finish him later on in round 2, or I could even see it in round 3. That's what happened last time. So yeah, Shara by KO. Now, the main event, Corey Sandhagen versus Umar. Listen, there's too many people picking Umar to win this. Real G's know that Corey the Sandman Sandhagen is fucking winning this by decision. 100% in my mind he is. Umar has fought cans. Absolute cans. He has no wins over ranked opponents, and he's ranked number 10. How the fuck does that make sense? He has no wins over ranked opponents. Fuck, he got dropped in his last fight against someone who was debuting. And then he 30-25'd him, but he got dropped in the first 15 seconds, dude. And he's ranked number 10. And Corey's number 2 in the world. Probably could have gotten a title shot if the Rob Font fight wasn't so shit. And now he's got to fight Umar. But I see Corey beating him in every aspect. I see his striking is definitely better. And I see him better in the grappling. He's the most well-rounded fighter in that division. And I could see him getting the title shot off of this finally. But if Umar wins, they better not fucking give him the title shot. I swear to God. So, yeah. I'm picking Corey by decision. He beats him in every aspect of Umar's game. Honestly. The only advantage Umar has is Khabib in his corner. And then he'll go over to Corey and be like, brother, sorry, we had to wrestle. There's no other way. We had to wrestle. By the way, I need 50K bonus because Russia, they take all my money. I'm in debt. But yeah, those are my picks. I'm not going to cover over them because I'm kind of going over time on this one. I don't know why the fuck I took so long on these picks. But let's get into this week's discussion question. Now, hear me out. This one is going to piss people off. Because I made a list on Verdict about the worst ranked fighter in each division. And I got fucking flamed for it, alright? I was like, fuck, I'm over. It's over. I'm getting kicked off Verdict. But thank God the Verdict boys, like the real G's, Verdict's finest, came and supported me, dude. Like, thank you. But this is the 10 saddest downfalls in the UFC history. Not everyone on this list is cooked, but they may be having a bit of a skid right now that's really sad. Now, if you've recovered from it, you're not on the list. And I've got an honorable mention. If he didn't beat Dustin Jacoby, he'd be like top 3. I've got Dominic Reyes. He beat John Jones, in my opinion, and then lost 4 in a row. And he just beat Dustin Jacoby. Oh, fuck. He and Anthony Smith got to have the CTE battle. That's the next fight for him. Anyways. Number 10. This is going to be... we're starting out hot here. I'm going to get fucking flamed for this one. I got Kamaru Usman. Listen, I'm sorry. It's not the quality of his fights. He looked really good against Hamzat, but it's his body. He hasn't fought since Hamzat, and his knees he's got fucking old man knee. He's not doing too good on the knees. He hasn't wrestled, like he hasn't gone for wrestling in a bit. And that's his main base. He's got to wrestle, and his knees ain't helping him out here. But if he looks good, if he ever fights again, he's probably off this list. Number 9. Another hot take here, believe me. I've got Izzy. I'm sorry, listen. Motherfucker was undefeated for years, beat everyone at middleweight. His arch nemesis comes along, beats him, and then Sean Strickland comes along, shit talks him, ruins his entire career because we realize he's the fucking dog bender. And now he hasn't fought in a year. And he's going to fight fucking DDP for an instant rematch, which it's looking like, honestly, I don't know if I'm going to pick Izzy. I'm sorry, that might be a hot take, but wait till that episode comes around. Give it a month, or however long it is, less than a month. But yeah, Izzy number 9. I'm sorry, I hate to say. Number 8. I've got Henry Cejudo. Listen, why did he come back? I know this is a hot take too. Why did he come back? He retired way too early. If he didn't retire, he wouldn't be on this fucking list. But he retired and made the stupid decision that he needed money and came back. Fought Aljo for the title, and then got fucking destroyed by Merab. He actually won a round against Merab, but Merab was fucking carrying him across the cage to show him the Mark Zuckerberg, for Christ's sake. It's looking rough for Henry Cejudo. So yeah, number 7, Henry Cejudo. Not number 7. He's number 8. Number 7, Anthony Smith. Listen, he fought John Jones. John Jones illegal kneed him. He could have walked away with the title, but now he's got major CTE, and he's losing. He's the most inconsistent fucker, I swear to God. He can sub Vitor Petrino and then fucking lose to the biggest bum in the UFC that's ranked. My fucking least favorite ranked fighter, Roman Dolidze. How the fuck did he do that? That's a middleweight, for Christ's sake. And he's the worst ranked middleweight, in my opinion. He's a fucking bum. And and Anthony Smith is over here getting fucking 30-27 by him. What the fuck? Anyways, major CTE, thinks he can beat Alex Pereira. Anthony Smith at number 7. Number 6, Vicente Luque. He's been around forever. Fucking KO'd Bilal, thank God. Oh God, that aged really well, actually, for him. Because Bilal's a fucking world champion. But he's a bit of a quitter now. He quit against Buckley entirely, and now he's been a little more chinny lately. And yeah, it's just super sad to see for me. Yeah, number 6, Vicente Luque. Number 5. Now, this guy, he's not completely cooked. He can still make a comeback. He's got time. Bryce Mitchell. Shoot me already. I'm sorry, it's a hot take. He got KO'd by 2 hard-hitting fighters. Probably the 2 hardest hitting fighters in that division. But that Josh Emmett KO, that was brutal. That was KO of the year last year. They gave that shit to Izzy versus Pereira. Nah, there's no way. It's Josh Emmett versus Bryce Mitchell. He's going to be out for a bit, even still. And yeah, his chin has just gotten worse. But I think he has potential to be a gatekeeper. I don't think he'll really go up to the title one day. I think he'll be a gatekeeper. He can make a comeback, though. I don't think he'll be high ranked. He'll be in the gatekeeper area. But his chin better get better. He's fucking cooked if his chin don't get no better. Number 4. This one's a sad one. Major CTE as well. I saw him go on a CTE bender the other day. I got BJ Penn. BJ Penn, he pulled a Tony Ferguson before Tony Ferguson existed. He went on a 7-fight losing streak and then got cut after the 7th. I forget why he got cut. It was over some legal bullshit, I think. And he was a 2-division champ. And just to see him go down that low, it's fucking sad. All right? Number 4, BJ Penn. Number 3, this one was sad. Chuck Liddell. Dana was calling for his retirement after he got KO'd once, dude. That's a little bullshit. But seeing this man come out of retirement just to get KO'd was rough. He got KO'd a lot. There's also probably a bit of CT and good old Iceman, but he should never have came out of retirement. Oh, that was sad. It was sad seeing him get KO'd. Yeah, we all love Chuck, but he had no right to be fighting after he retired. Number 2, he's still fighting. Really sad. Tai Tuivasa. He went from being top contender at heavyweight, fighting Cyril Gane, all them, KOing Derek Lewis, although Derek Lewis says otherwise. Yeah, I just didn't want to be there. I wanted some fucking Popeyes and some shit. KOing Derek Lewis, fighting Cyril Gane and jiggling his fucking belly. And now he's on a 4-fight losing streak and getting subbed by fucking Marcin Tybura in the Apex. Bro. He could get cut if he loses to Rosenstrike. In all honesty. I don't care that he's ranked number 10. A 5-fight losing streak and still being in the rankings? That's rough. There's no way. They gotta cut him. They cut 7-0 Muhammad Makayev. They can fucking cut Tai Tuivasa. He's cooked if he loses to Rosenstrike. Which, I don't want to see this guy get cut. I hope he beats Rosenstrike. But, it's gonna be tough. And number 1, we all know it. It's Tony Ferguson. Need I say more? We got CTE man himself going on the biggest lightweight winning streak at the time to now the biggest lightweight losing streak. So, it's so fucking sad what happened to Tony. And the CTE and David Goggins didn't fucking help. Why the fuck did he hire a cardio coach? For Christ's sake. But, listen, this weekend, it's fucking Tony time, I'm telling you. So, yeah, that's the discussion for this week. Thank you for listening. I realize that I've been hitting the 34-minute mark pretty consistent. We're going a little long on this one, though, I think. Next week, I'm not going to fucking bullshit you. There's no discussion, question, episode. It's fucking shitty. Tybura versus Spivak 2. Oh, Jesus, I can't you wait? Man. This card is rough. I'm looking at it. It's not good. I'll do my research and I'll get the picks done for this one, though. Don't worry. It won't be as bad as the last Apex card. I promise, or at least I hope. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. And I will see you guys all next week. Please. Thank you.